listener, complete what lurks in our final month. We're underway in Week 14.
Taking in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Los Angeles taking the field led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon, whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. That's taken in by the tight end, McKinney. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. You get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 68 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
And this is, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Dolphins have got it. We know turnover margin always key, going to be really key in this one, and to force an opening drive turnover, that's huge.
It is, and you know something? There's one coach on every team that weighs in at the worst possible time, right? And this is bad. He just fumbled the football. Can't you just hear him right now? Son, you messed it up for everyone on that one. Messed up our offense, and now you put our defense in a bad spot.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Tyreek Hill from last week, there are the numbers. He was the focal point. Big game, up over 200 yards and a score.
And one thing I do know, when you put up numbers like that, the next team you're going to play, and they're extremely arrogant, all they're thinking is, what can we throw at him that's going to be different? Is going to knock him off his game.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Dolphins coming in looking for win number 7 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here? And a loose football, and picked up by the Chargers. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick on Russell. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence will throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play and move the sticks. Here's Lawrence. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 3rd and 2, Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as good running gets him to about the 44. We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Herbert now. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Running on first down, Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence down around his goal line. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. It's loose, the ball bouncing around, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone, so that is going to be a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. Fielded at about the 28. Oh, what a move. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight, we got a good one in the AFC West. Get the Parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower State. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off, and the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And they'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kareem Hunt hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 5. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Taken in at the 22. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Lawrence going to keep it again.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there to show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Herbert off of play action. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. That's out to Hill. Right side complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Lawrence going to throw again. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. Khalil Shakir, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head over to the Pacific Northwest to check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And they trail in their ball game at halftime to the visiting Carolina Panthers. Terrace Marshall, already up near 100 yards receiving with a full half still to go. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Josh Jacobs. What a game.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. From the 36, Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Eckler now between the tackles.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. It's Eckler again.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Flush. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's got room. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Lawrence running right on the option.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From midfield now, Lawrence. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. First target, first catch, and a first down. Here's Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Herbert. That's taken in by the tight end, McKinney. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Once more, here's Eckler. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert now.
He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Austin Eckler
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Chargers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
The 71 yards rushing for him now to this point.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option.
They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They run again with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
Now Lawrence.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Christian Wilkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
To try again after the sack. Herbert. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
That's interference. Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Herbert. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. 3rd and long. It's Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 2nd down. Here's an option right. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
Here's Lawrence. Connecting with Hill.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First down now, but the clock continues to move. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
Flushed out, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
The Chargers take over first.
The Chargers getting set to go.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
Now Herbert.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2.
First throw of overtime for Trevor Lawrence. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Miami.
Lawrence will throw.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
All start. Offense.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And past the 30 down to about the 27. From the 27, Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. That was a big risk here in overtime. It sent him out to fire away from long distance, but he knocks it through to give him the lead.
Edgy, don't you think? Because if he misses there, ball goes to the spot of the kick, correct?
Yep.
And guess what? That only leaves about, 20 yards or so for them to go downfield and be in position themselves. So you have confidence in it, and you have confidence in your defense to go ahead and let him kick that one.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10.
A give. Eckler running to the right.
And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Holding. Offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Meanwhile, Herbert.
Williams loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
It doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasize.